Alright, hello again. This is Steel Fox. We're doing another run through Gold M60 or M50. I'd really like to have, but you know. Today is Drake Interplanetary. So we're buying our swag. And that. I really like Drake Interplanetary, but then again, I'm kind of biased. I currently have a Cutlass Black as my account ship, so Drake Interplanetary. There we go. Nice and dark. Let's go into the Expo. And Drake's kind of the nitty-gritty military style stuff that's not always perfect, but because they're also used quite widely by pirates in the game, they kind of got a bad name for them. But on the other hand, in the right hands, they're very useful. And eventually they're supposed to be very modular and customizable because they'll be very easy to fix and upgrade and all that fun. Alright, here we are. Drake Interplanetary. Oh sweet, it's the Herald. I was very interested in this ship, and I was hoping that its mechanics would be implemented at some point, being that it's kind of a mobile hacking rig. Let's see. Drake Herald, manufactured Drake Interplanetary, medium data. The Drake Herald is a small armored ship designed to safely get information from point A to point B, featuring a powerful central engine for high-speed transit and generating the power needed to effect data encryption containment. Advanced encryption software and an armored computer core. The Herald is unique among personal spacecraft in that it is designed to be easily cleaned when in danger of capture. So in other words, instead of having somebody steal your data, you just dump your core and run. It is kind of an interesting design. It's not the lopsided design that it was originally came out as an artwork, but here is another winner for the Drake side is the Buccaneer. If it had just a little bit more armor, this thing would be top ship. Alright, Drake Buccaneer, Drake Interplanetary Focus Introduction. The Buccaneer has been designed from the ground up to fly and fight the way you live. No leather interiors, no hyper pillows here. The Buck is a scrapper designed to maneuver and fight above its weight class. This rough and tumble frontier fighter can be maintained in the worst of conditions in order to keep real working space crews alive. And like I said, this thing, if it had just a little bit more armor, would be devastating to everything else because it's got one heck of a weapons loadout. The original artwork came with a belly turret that they had to forego so that they could get landing gear on it. And I think it was switched out for the top turret there. It's got an awesome loadout of weapons. I really like how it flies as a dogfighter. But if it just had a little bit more armor or better shielding, it'd be just devastating. Okay. Drake Dragonfly Star Kitten. Racing. The Drake Dragonfly is a perfect snub ship for anyone looking to live on the edge. While nothing separates the pilot from dangers of space, the Dragonfly is as much an adventure as a ship. dual mode conversion allows Dragonfly to operate on the ground or in space. The rear-facing second seat means you can even take a passenger. This model features a custom paint job of Gandry Kuzo's beloved Star Kitten character. Okay. Alright, I guess whatever. Treasure. Dragon Racing. Dragonfly is a perfect snub. Looking to live on the edge with nothing separating the pilot. The adventure of the ship. Dual mode conversion allows Dragonfly to operate in order of space. Rear facing seat. Take a passenger. This model features a custom yellow jacket paint job. I guess why not? One of them is supposed to have a little more cargo space. Racing. More ground. Rear facing seat. Because that was one of the selling points for the Dragonfly, is it was supposed to have a little cargo catch on it so that you could carry one crate of cargo, I believe. But moving on. And that big beautiful thing sitting out there is the Drake Caterpillar. As far as I'm concerned, it's probably the fastest ship in the game once it hits quantum. Add to the fact that it's got, was it 3 turrets? This thing is awesome if you have just a couple of guys to help you crew it. It will devastate a lot of things because its shieldings are massive and it moves really fast for something its size. Okay, manufacturer Drake Interplanetary Focused Transport. First introduced in 2871, Drake Interplanetary's Caterpillar has long proven to be reliable, cost-effective multi-role vessel, capable of being outfitted for everything from mercantile operation to combat support. Long hailed as a hard-fought alternative to the ubiquitous Hull series, the Caterpillar is a freighter that doesn't skimp on weaponry or customization. With its shields, I haven't run into any ship that I've had to fight that I fear almost as much as a hammerhead as this thing, because its shields are massive, and unless you have something that's punching really hard, it just stomps you, and if it can't outgun you, it just rams you to death. So if you're doing bounties and you run across this, be really careful, because that thing will take you down. Alright, here's my lovely lady, the Drake Cutlass. This is the Cutlass Black. This is this reworked model, so it's a little bit bulkier, wider, taller, just bigger all the way around. Has 4 guns that the pilot can run, and they're all gimbaled, so you can get really good target acquisition on it without having to be super nimble pilot. And then it has a turret on it that has one of the best views for a turret across it. So as long as you're above the center line, you can hit it with that turret. I was really hoping that they'd have the Cutlass Red and the Cutlass Blue ready, but it is what it is, and but if you want to take something for a joyride and see how well it does, this is a ship to do it, because it's right in the middle of the road on everything. It can haul a good size cargo, it can get into a fight and hold its own. You got to be real careful about some of the more nimble fighters getting you up, because they'll cut your engines off of it and take you down that way. But it is classified as a medium fighter, so it's good that way. Alright, I'm going to call that good for today.